Hi, welcome to this part of my review featuring Fight to Survive. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this tabletop RPG where you employ your martial arts to survive the mean streets of New Hope City and build a legacy, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about using punch and kick against other moves. Let's start with punch. This move encompasses all striking attacks that can happen from the elbow line to the full extension of the fist, from no more than a forward stance. The aim of punch is, of course, to score a hit, but its application isn't usually obvious. For example, punch beats grapple, the idea being that if you separate enough to wind up a strike at a short distance, the opponent is vulnerable while attempting to maintain a hold. Punch is harmed by kick. In contrast, on the grounds that if someone is already in the full swing of a kick, attempting to close that distance to strike them with something of shorter range is a dangerous prospect. In the case of kick, this move represents all long-range unarmed attacks, any strike from the range of beyond the fist to the full extent of the foot. Kick is also a strike whose aim is to score a hit. It can also inflict the circumstance of disarming an opponent of a weapon, or of tripping them to fall to the floor. If you employ kick against a block, depending on the technique, on the basis that once a blocking stance is committed, you can overwhelm it at a vulnerable point, with the strength of a kick with greater ease than you could with a punch of equal skill. In the case of kick against footwork, kick is actually mooted by footwork. This operates on the assumption that if a fighter is being highly mobile, the way to catch them is not to compromise your own mobility when striking, as you need to rely on one foot or no feet to kick. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about block and footwork. So this is all quite logical. In the case of punching, yes, of course, during a grapple it is possible to strike the opponent, perhaps in the throat, on the side of the head, on the ribs. However, it is much safer to attack the opponent as the opponent is lunging for the grapple, not during the grapple, but it still makes sense. Now in the case of kicking, of course, if the opponent is just standing there blocking, or is not very skilled in the case of parrying, which is different from blocking, you may end up wrecking the opponent's arm if you know how and when to kick. But in the case of footwork, because you are kicking and standing usually in one leg, or in the case of a jumping kick, no legs at all, the opponent can easily sidestep your attack. So it all makes perfect sense. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel through PayPal or TTRPG, the information will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been Abraham El Jaguar, a professional game master. If you want me to run a game for you, please check out the pinned comment as well. And remember, master roleplay and you will master the game. Once again, thank you and see you later.